Well, we're still talking about the consoles, so I wanna bring up the PlayStation Plus stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you heard about that? So PlayStation Plus every month they release their new games a couple days before the month. They're always starting, and I've had PS Plus forever, and every month, people in the forums are just like, "Oh, fuck this shit, waste the fucking money. I can't believe this shit. All this bullshit games." But this month, they actually are releasing some AAA big hitters.
Yeah, some good stuff.
They're releasing for free. You can download the Ratchet and Clank remaster, remake. It's kind of like a remake of the first one.
Thing.
And yeah, a re-envisioning.
A rethinging.
And Bloodborne.
That's another biggie.
Another biggie.
Big cult following, fan fave.
So, what do you think? I'll ask your opinion. What do you think about this month's release? A big hitter release from Sony. Like, is that like good job, keep it going? That's what we want. Is that how you feel about that, or?
What's interesting is I feel like if they had just put that on sale, a lot of people would have grabbed it. Like if they'd put it down maybe they have, I don't know, put it down to like $10, $5, people would be snatching that up left and right. So it's weird that they want to not make that money, that residual money off that title, but they could be gearing up for, this is supposedly the Spyro remake coming out, so that could be just getting that taste in everyone's mouth of that era. So like you play Ratchet and Clank, it's like the gateway to interest in Spyro, so maybe they figure more people will buy that because
well, Spyro is going to feel very disappointing after coming off of Ratchet and Clank, because Ratchet and Clank is infinitely more fun than Spyro. But
even Crash Bandicoot like this is better than Spyro. In
hindsight. Spyro was just it looked so good for the PlayStation 1.
But such a waste of a Stuart Copeland soundtrack.
It really is. I think he did all three.
Yeah.
But it was just slow. It was just like it felt like it was made for like a younger audience, which I guess it was. But
it doesn't have that extra appeal to older people to wanna, like
there was no
like a Mario
rush.
Or something. Like,
you didn't get that rush of like doing well. Like you blow through even like a Crash Bandicoot level. Like you would get a rush. You get a rush of like that's okay. The dog?
Yeah, it's downstairs now.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is the dog okay?
We're good.
You have a good guard dog.
Oh yeah.
Protector. But yeah, I never got that rush from Spyro. Like, oh my god, I shot so many baddies with my Spyro flame, and I got so many diamonds, jewels. It was diamonds or something.
Whatever the collector thingy was.
Whatever the thing was. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. I don't know. I've always said this with PS Plus and people complaining about it. I actually prefer them giving me a shit ton of like indie games for free.
Yep.
Bloodborne has been cheap. I mean, like $10, $15. And the thing is, like, those games, especially Bloodborne, like, that was like people would say that that's like a console buy kind of game. Like, you buy PS4 to play that.
Yeah.
Those games are games that people already have. Like, I just feel like they have them.
True.
Like, Ratchet and Clank and Bloodborne, if you don't have those games, you probably don't want to play them. And if you do want to play them, I don't know why you didn't buy them already, because they're not expensive anymore. And I would rather be given stuff I would never even look into buying or checking out over the big ones. And I know Games for Gold, like Microsoft does that, but and that's cool. That's their thing. They've always been better. They've always done pretty good with that stuff. But I like the smaller releases, and it's cool that Sony does it once in a while and stuff. But I don't know. I always thought like giving like DLC, like big expansions or big DLC packs to big games, for me would be a better like
Yeah.
strategy. Like, so like if I didn't have Bloodborne, right? I don't have that game, but it's been out for fucking ever, and I chose not to really get it. They're like, hey, you get the Game of the Year pack for free, so you get all the season pass shit that's normally $40 for free. All you got to do now is buy Bloodborne on our store, which is actually on sale this month too. I feel like that would work out better because you're like, ah, shit, I can get everything for fucking $5-10. But I don't know. People seem to be cool with it. That's what people want. I'm in the minority there.
Well,
so
I guess I was on the cusp with Ratchet and Clank. Like Bloodborne, that whole series, like Dark Souls and stuff and all that, is intriguing to me. But I don't have time to play them, and they're so goddamn huge and goddamn hard that it's just not for me. So I might download it just so it's in my library. But I will definitely jump into Ratchet and Clank. But I never bought it, maybe because I just had so much other stuff to spend money on. But if I saw like a physical copy for $5, I definitely would grab it. Like, you know, like a nice new one.
Yeah.
So,
it's really good. Ratchet and Clank's. Well, I'm a sucker for those kind of games, but that's a really nice.
It like looks fantastic, remake. Like almost like a Pixar movie quality kind of.
Yeah, dude, the ones on PS2 looked insane.
Yeah,
they look so good on PS2, and the PS3 ones look freaking great. And Bloodborne, yeah, like I was like that, but then I put 95 hours into Neo, and then I felt the same way as you with that genre, but then I started like trickling into wanting to get back into them. So, will I do that? I don't know. But I don't know. Good for PlayStation, I guess. But they're dropping PS3 and Vita support in 2019.
Yep. So a year from now, pretty much, March 2019, no more free PS3 and Vita games with PlayStation Plus, which is interesting.
Well, all I have to say to that is, if anyone's really, really upset about that, what the fuck else could they give you? like, they haven't been making shit for PS3 forever, and the Vita in America hasn't been making stuff forever. I know Japanese stuff's been trickling in and stuff, but
that's too bad because that was a pretty slick system. And you know what? I haven't even been. Man. Like, you could, even if you don't have a Vita, you could still be just clicking on the stuff that's available and it's in your PSN account so that when you eventually do get a Vita, you have a library. Yeah. I haven't even been doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I've been doing that just to, when PlayStation finally makes it good now, you can download it, you can claim the download without actually installing it, so you can have it. But some of the Vita games are good because if a Vita game is given away for free on the PS Plus, and there is a PS3 version that you can play.
The crossplay.
They won't. Yeah, the crossplays. They won't pitch it like that when you go to the PS Plus section for the free games. But if you search it manually, sometimes you can grab them. This way.
I have a few that way, like that are kind of cross compatible, whatever. But so I don't even know, like, if I got a Vita, what my library would be. I'd have to go in and see how many free PlayStation Plus games I have for it. Probably a good handful.
Oh yeah, like I feel like if I bought a Vita today and never bought any single game, I would have a shit ton of stuff to still check out with all my Plus downloads. I mean, I think you gotta give Sony credit. They've been supporting that shit for a long time. I'm surprised they're still giving that stuff away.
Yeah, they could have just dropped the whole thing, but they just kind of let it ride.